Going live. Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. I'm glad you can't see what's going on here. We just finished shooting all of our episodes for next week, and this place looks a little bit like a disaster area. So anyway, we tried to make the top of the bar pretty. We have some candy corn here if you're interested, because Tuesday's episode will be about candy corn. And I don't know, did we have our little bar in place last week? I think we did when we, no, we didn't. No. I remember last week when we went live, our bar was sitting, oh, someone's joined us. Oh, Jilly, hi, thank you for joining us. I was just saying our new bar in the back of us is actually in place now. Last week when we went live, it was in the middle of our dining room floor. So I guess that was a little more disruptive than what's going on here now. But it's been a crazy time. Not, oh, there's the music. Not as crazy as if the apocalypse had actually happened today. It was pretty sure it wouldn't, but you never know. And I believe in being prepared when such things happen. And when I say prepared, I always mean cocktails. So I decided to look at our classic bar guides and find some apocalypse-ready cocktails that you could have on hand should that happen, because, well, the day's not out, but I was going to say, even though it didn't happen today, you know, it could. But anyway, Paul, you gotta get on the comments. I can't read them.
Don't worry about it. We'll
sorry.
We'll get there.
I'm so sorry. Paul's still setting up his drink, but I have two ready to make, so I can get going, and then we will look at your comments because they're important to us. So anyway, the first one I'm making, I just want to make sure I get them in the right order. This one is reform, because I think before an apocalypse, we should all reform, probably. So this one is from the Bar Guide, one of them that we use very often. Bar Guide, published by True, the men's magazine, and this one is from 1950. So, yes, it's filled with all kinds of salacious cartoons and drink recipes, so no wonder we love it. But this one's called Reform, and I am starting with a jigger. They size these things by jigger in these books. A jigger, which is 1.5 ounces of gin, and a full ounce of orange liqueur. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think this is going to be incredibly sweet. But what the heck, you know? We could all reform. A 1/4 ounce of apricot brandy and a 1/4 ounce of orange juice. And I'm going to give that a shake. And a strain. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess of the bar. Okay, and strain that into my cocktail glass. See what we think. It fits a Velveteen Lounge Kitchen cocktail glass perfectly. I did not plan that. I've never had this before, but let's see. Ugh. It's so sweet. Ugh. Oh, I don't like this one. You know what? It needs some lime juice. Blech. Okay, on to the next one. Oh, okay, you know what? Oh, Paul just brought me some lime juice. Let's see what we think with some fresh lime juice. That was really gross. Give that a stir. Oh, that's a knife. There's a spoon. I don't have all of my swizzle sticks and everything right at hand anymore. They're in our trusty unit, which is, it's fabulous, but if I'm not prepared and don't need a swizzle stick, I'm gonna have to duck down and it'll be awkward. Let's try this with, oh, there he is. Let's try this with some fresh lime juice. Oh my gosh, that is 100% better. This needed fresh lime juice. So the Reform from 1950s Bar Guide called for, oh, called for 1.5 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of orange liqueur, a 1/4 ounce apricot brandy, and a 1/4 ounce of orange juice. And I think when you add a good 1/2 ounce of lime juice, it actually becomes drinkable. Before that, not so much.
Not so
can you grab
much.
your phone?
Oh, yes, we need
Thank you. Yeah, we got comments to reply to.
Gotta check out those comments. What do we
My,
just
my
have here?
eyesight is...
Reform!
My eyesight is horrendous. So sorry. And I have my contacts in. Anyway. When you add fresh lime juice to this, it's really good. But since Paul is still... he's got something special for you. But I have another one to make. So, is there a shaker down there? Can you... Oh, look, he has a shaker right here. This one is called Revelation. Another perfect one for the apocalypse.
We were more prepared than you think, folks.
So, gotta ice this through. So this one is Revelation. Paul found it. It's a classic. I'm not sure where it came from, but we're starting with a 1/2 jigger, so that would be 3/4 of an ounce of French vermouth, they called it, which is dry vermouth. A 1/2 ounce of sherry. I like this one because it's easy. I'm already partial to this one because it has almost no ingredients. So it was 3/4 of an ounce of dry vermouth, 3/4 of an ounce of sherry, and 2 dashes of orange bitters. So let's give this one a try. We could use a really small glass for this because this is a tiny drink. They made them small back in the day.
This guy?
Ooh, look at that.
That'll do.
A coupe.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's try this one. This one is Revelation.
A Revelation. That's right. Revelation I got from one of the online sources.
So here we go.
There we have it.
I like that. It's good.
Yeah. Subtle.
It's winey, which is not surprising because it has 2 kinds of wine in it.
There's a lot of vermouthy things happening there.
All right, so we had the Reform and the Revelation.
Doug Scott says tiny tipples. Yes, tiny tipples on the bar.
Copyright strike.
Oh, sorry. I mean it. I knew it.
Just don't sing.
The Fifth Horseman. Yeah.
Yes.
That original drink sounds more like Kool-Aid for adults. I think that was the first one you made.
That one was not ours. That one
No.
That one came from Bar Guide, 1950s Bar Guide by Ted Shane.
Okay, that tastes good, and I can imagine that
But
without the sour, it was pretty bad.
Before the sour, it was horrible.
There's a lot of drinks, particularly classics, that don't have any sour, and it's just like sweet base, and I think, gee,
Too
no,
sweet.
you gotta balance that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just sort of, it's candy corn. And in fact, that is candy corn on the bar. Ah, yes.
Yeah, Tuesday's episode, candy corn.
'Tis the season. Here we go. Here we go.
Not that season.
Yep.
Candy corn season.
Louis says, got the Poseidon Adventure on. We're watching horrible disaster flicks. Hey!
Poseidon Adventure is my favorite. I love Poseidon Adventure so much.
2 votes for that.
We did a crawl room, a Poseidon Adventure crawl room at Honolulu at the lake, which just about killed us.
Oh boy.
But it was really
serious.
fun. We had furniture taped to the ceiling upside down, so.
That was fun. There are pictures out there.
There are pictures out there somewhere.
We're saying hi to Arnie and Doug from Pepper Tree.
Hi!
And, Wendy. Hello, Wendy.
Hello! Thank you for joining us.
We've already said hi to Doug, who says, love the new bar. Yeah.
Thank you. I love it too. And we're going to have, very exciting, we have them, but they're not covered yet, bar stools for the first time in years. We're going to have bar stools. Very, very excited.
We've had
about
them, we
that.
just haven't displayed them.
They've been in the basement because we usually only use them outside for parties, but we're gonna have room for them up here now, yay! So,
oh boy.
so okay, just to recap, we have
here?
Revelation, which was 3/4 of an ounce dry vermouth, 3/4 of an ounce sherry, and 2 dashes of orange bitters. Shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass. A small one.
So that's just really fortified wines,
Yes.
Well, infused wines.
Infused wines,
Infused wines,
But it's good.
How
It's
about
good.
that?
And then Reform. The book called for 1.5 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of orange liqueur, which is way too much, a 1/4 ounce of apricot brandy, and a 1/4 ounce of orange juice. Shake with ice and strain into a cocktail glass. I find adding about a 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice makes it drinkable.
I would say it makes it immeasurably better because otherwise,
gosh.
off balance.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it sounds good until you're like, what are you emitting? You know, like
It's good now.
Doug pointed out they forgot to tell your dad the lime. Yeah, they kind of
it's-
did.
It's good now.
It's like one of those recipes where they say, well, oh, you obviously always do that, and they don't tell you.
I know.
And if it's the first time you tried the recipe, you're like,
How do I know that?
The cake didn't rise, you know? Well, yeah, because you didn't put the yeast in.
No.
Oh, well, you always put the yeast in, you know?
Really? Because I've never made a cake.
Particularly older formulas and recipes can be a
Exactly.
little vague.
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh, really, really old cookbooks.
Wow.
There's like a handful of this, and I don't know, a little bit of that, and
Flavor until sweet.
exactly.
Who knows what that means?
What does that even mean?
Have you guys tried Japanese alcohol? We certainly have
Yes.
tried sake.
Yes.
I think we're out of it right now. But
We are,
we got
but
low.
but there's another one too. That's
We have.
someone said they were going to send us a bottle, and they never did. So if you said you were going to send us a bottle,
Please, we'll use it.
go for it.
We're going to use some
We love
sponsored
getting
liquor in a
bottles
minute.
in the mail.
We find them, we try them, we use them. So, hey, if you're trying to promote a liquor, we will help you in that task.
We are happy to promote liquor. We have some lovely sponsored liquor behind us.
Yes, we do.
Don Q rum,
Mhm.
Wicked Dolphin rum, Neptune, a lovely rum from Barbados. Let's see, what else?
Behind us, that may be.
Oh,
Barrow's
Barrow's Intense Ginger Liqueur.
Yeah.
They've been fabulous to us.
And if you don't have a bottle of Barrow's, check it out. It's good stuff.
And coming up on next Thursday's happy hour, Black Dirt Bourbon and American Fruits Sour Cherry Cordial, which is also from the same concern. Very, very good. Highly recommended.
Cute little
So
bottle.
that will be on
Nice
Thursday.
flavor on
But
this
yeah,
stuff.
but we went to the Black Dirt Distillery, which was
Matter of fact.
good times.
It's
That's
got-
good. I mean,
it's got a
I
nice
sampled it
aroma.
yesterday in their sampling room, but I might have to sample it
might
again.
just be
Might have to
using that.
sample some again.
Yeah, well, that's how it
It's
goes.
good stuff.
Doug points out stools, not in the electronics lab. Oh no, I have one bench down there that's fairly uncomfortable, so I'm reminded to get up every half hour or so. And right now in the lab, what do we have? The FM broadcaster is giving me a lot of trouble. I might be hitting you up for a little advice because
Yes.
it's making a lot of noise I don't like. But otherwise, I like to broadcast around the house. It's pretty cool. Now,
The speakers.
oh, speakers. We had to evict the big speakers because of this baby behind me. So I need narrower speakers that are actually decent. I think I need to build a pair of transmission lines or something. If I've lost you,
I was
send me
gonna
a
say,
text.
It's like Charlie Brown's teacher
Yeah.
to me right
Yeah.
now.
You can make very narrow speakers, but you have to do specific things. Otherwise, I got a pair right now that sound like They make noise. We need to make them actually sound better because, hey, this is the lounge, You're used to quality in here. So
But we have a quality bar.
we do have a quality bar. This is a serious unit, and for the price, wow. I mean, we're not going to find this kind of thing because it's solid wood. And it's got the louvered doors and everything. The finish could
I
definitely use
love it.
some work. It came from a smoking house. Meh, that's going to still use some work. But it's in place. It's elevated. It looks great. And we have a lot of surface.
I love it.
Look at this. I can put the computer back here. Ah,
Yay.
yeah, that good stuff. So if you would like to,
I will, because
comments.
Paul
Some of
has-
them are coming in.
Paul has an exciting apocalypse cocktail for us. Now, do you need this
yes.
lime before I
I will,
rearrange?
I'm going to actually bust
Grab
the
it.
line back
Grab it,
here
okay.
because I don't think I need it because I think I have all the lime I need.
I can start
As a matter
consolidating
of
here.
fact,
Ooh, look at all
true.
these empty glasses.
well, yes. And you could bust them to the bar over here.
Let's do this.
We have surface.
All right,
Okay.
you need to focus.
Oh, I do, don't I? Well, we were talking about this whole trials, tribulations, and possible end of the world as we know it. That's not a quote, folks. As a matter of fact, I'm just talking about the end of the world.
That's not a copyright strike. Just
No,
saying.
no, I didn't sing it, did I? Ah. And I was looking into cocktails that might reveal that, and I came up with the two that Kelly, you're made.
Miss Othmar, Pepper Tree Villa.
Wah,
Miss
wah,
Othmar.
wah, wah, wah. It's
How
true,
about
true.
Rapture? Well, okay, we can make a Rapture. I don't know the Rapture cocktail, but we could always create a Rapture cocktail.
Great Rapture cocktail, I think.
I would be
Yeah. Oh wait,
up for that challenge.
don't the fundamentalist types not drink?
I think when the apocalypse comes, all bets are off.
They should. I'm just saying.
I would guess. I would drink
I drink.
when the apocalypse
Jeez.
came, but I drink when the apocalypse isn't here too. So whatever, reform. Like that's gonna happen. Anyway. All bets are off. Corpse Reviver. You know what? We were going to do a Corpse Reviver, and there are like all these different versions, and we're missing one ingredient for every version of the Corpse Reviver.
All this booze around us, particularly sponsor booze, and I don't have.
Yes, Rapture Cocktail is for the rest of us sinners left behind. Amen. No pun intended.
So, one thing that Kelly thought of was, oh, how about every time she was searching on Apocalypse or whatnot, it kept coming up something Apocalypse, and what did it come up? Zombie Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know, that's big stuff these days. Well, how many zombies are there? Oh, there's 1,000, and usually they're, you know, very boozy and kind of terrible.
Zombie cocktails, you mean?
Cocktails, yes.
There are a lot more than 1,000 zombies.
Oh, in terms of out there? Well, I see a lot of zombies in the subway and all that. But
those are chuds.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. No, that's in the subway tunnels. Oh. Anyway, yeah, speaking of your cheap thriller pictures, I'm sure Larissa will put that on next.
I'm so jealous that they're watching Poseidon Adventure.
But how many zombies are there that are actually good? Well, we have at least 3 official zombies that come to us from Don Beach, which are revealed to us via Jeff Berry. Now, yes. 10 years ago, this book comes out, Sippin' Safari. It's been superseded by his other books by now, but he actually revealed 3, if not 4 zombies.
You have to hear this, though.
Oh, yes?
Rapture. 2 ounces Bacardi Gold. 2 ounces Absolute Vodka. 2 ounces Hennessy Cognac. 2 ounces Jack Daniel's Whiskey. 2 ounces Red Bull. 1 ounce tropical fruit juice. 1 ounce cranberry. 1 ounce orange juice. 1 splash grapefruit juice. I like that the grapefruit juice is a splash.
A splash.
You know, we have to be judicious with the grapefruit.
We want to put a little sour in there, you know. I think the next instruction are pour into glass, ignite, and pour down throat.
Oh, God. Woo. It'll put you in the hospital, but you won't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the Rapture.
It's the Rapture. So we're making a zombie. Now, there's a bunch of zombies. My favorite of the zombies that Jeff Berry figured out is the 1956 version. This was originally published in, Cabaret, the men's magazine. Pretty nice cover on that magazine. And from Don Beach, so we can take it on word that this is a something. And it's interesting considering what it's got in it. It starts out with 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, which is a plausible thing to stick in a zombie. I think the older version has an ounce. 1/2 ounce of grapefruit. 1.5 ounces of pineapple. They say unsweetened. Well, just buy the cans, so that's all pineapple. You don't need to sweeten pineapple. It's sweet.
Can you even buy sweetened pineapple juice anymore?
Well, that's a good question. I think it might be hard.
It's all.
You know? It's all just pineapple.
Pineapple now.
Pineapple is plenty sweet, folks.
Rapture will make you forget you've been abandoned.
1/4 ounce falernum.
That's the point.
Falernum, of course, is a liqueur. Actually, it's a syrup. So there's your falernum, and then we go into the booze. Now, one thing that's definitely common with all the zombies is lots of liquor. This starts out with an ounce of dark Jamaican. I haven't poured it yet because I was running out of space and time. So I will do that. That's about right. Dark Jamaican, I'm using Coruba. Excellent dark rum. If you happen to get a good price on Myers, I happen to like Myers.
All the Baltimore folks should be able to find Coruba really easily.
Yeah, actually, that should be in pretty good supply. 1 1/4 ounces of gold Puerto Rican. I happen to have gold Puerto Rican, an excellent one here, Don Q Gold. How about that?
Yay.
That's about 1 1/4.
This is a rummy drink.
Ah, yes. 1.5 ounces of 151 proof rum. I don't actually have the Demerara rum called, but I happen to have 130 proof.
1.5 ounces?
Yep. It's a zombie. So I'm going to go for the gusto. This is 1.5 ounces of 130.
Have I mentioned we haven't had our dinner yet?
I'm not going to consume this whole thing. I'll taste it anyway.
Sing. Oh, she's singing The Morning After. Oh, I love that movie so much. Have you ever seen? There's a documentary called it's a fan documentary about the Poseidon Adventure. It's people who are obsessed with the movie The Poseidon Adventure, and they have an interview with the director, Ronald Neame, because I know this because I'm a big Poseidon Adventure geek. Hello! Hello, thank you for joining us. So nice to see you. Anyway, we are talking about the Poseidon, fan something Poseidon Adventure. And they interview like celebrities that were in the movie and the director and everything, but also people who are obsessed with the Poseidon Adventure.
Some people are really obsessed.
Some people are really obsessed with the Poseidon Adventure, but yeah, it's us.
It's a good thing. We'll have to scare that up for you.
I can watch Poseidon Adventure every day.
The next ingredient, 3/4 of an ounce maraschino liqueur. I happen to have the excellent sour cherry cordial from American Fruits, and I'm going to use that.
It is good.
Also, to be featured in next Tuesday's episode. Thursday's episode. Okay, and we need some grenadine. That's behind you.
Tuesdays.
Let me see if I can get that.
Tuesdays is our candy corn cocktail that won't make you hate yourself. Because I found a lot of candy corn cocktails online that were so sweet and such candy drinks. I was horrified.
They're all pousse cafes.
Yeah, but this one, I'm proud of. I would serve it to a cocktail snob and feel okay about it. It's inspired by candy corn. It doesn't taste like candy corn. So anyway, so the thing about making a zombie, it has about a gazillion
they always have a ton.
ingredients.
Halfway through, you forget what you were doing, and then you have to throw the whole thing away. No, my sister-in-law says that all the time.
Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Okay, 1/4 teaspoon grenadine.
Which cocktail snob?
That's actually a ridiculous measure. I'm just going to go blorp.
I think you know some of the people of whom I speak.
Yeah, probably.
But I would be okay serving them this. I believe in it. I call it the honey monkey.
2 dashes Angostura bitters. There we go.
By the way, Doug, we miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to. We were thinking about coming to DC in October, but we have a big Midwest trip planned in October, so
We'll see what happens.
I don't know. I would still like to go.
6 drops of Pernod. That's about 6 drops.
Well,
That's a real classic Don Beach dodge there. You throw in a little bit of Pernod, you throw in a little of the bitters, and that affects the taste of what you've got going on.
oh, I miss you too.
So.
Thank you.
I'm going to throw a little ice in here. In fact, could you, I'll take this from you, if you could ice that up substantially, please. I will wield comments.
We need a production assistant.
LOL, not fair. No, only fair. Is there an apocalypse zombie cocktail? Not that I know. When I'm making a zombie,
I'm sure there is. I'm sure if you Google that, you will find.
You'll find something. Somebody has done it.
Yeah, somebody's done it.
Look.
But that's okay because I'll just do my own. It was like the candy corn cocktail. I'm like,
Hey.
okay, these are horrible. I'll do my own.
At the end of the day, all zombies are zombies. So
Go back to my improved.
the 1956 zombie.
Oh, hi, Brent. Insanity Tiki. Hi. Oh my gosh, I miss you too. So many people here I miss today. Tasty drinks. They are
Borrow
tasty.
This guy. That's not going to make a difference whatsoever.
The first one I made was horrendous, but then I added lime juice and it saved it. Look at that.
Look at that pour. Ooh, it's actually too much. Ah,
We have
too much for
straws
my
in
glass.
there. You just have to
I
open
will
it up
make
now.
a straw.
This is the first time we've done a live broadcast with our new little bar behind us.
It's actually got a lot of things. It's pretty handy. you know?
It's huge. So much storage space. I wanted storage space and I got it.
You have achieved, and for a good price. Well, one thing about zombies that's always true, the zombie glass is the chimney glass, so if you have one, use one. If you don't use any large glass, obviously there's a lot of fluid here. Pack it full of ice. Zombies are always strong,
Oh, you gotta hear this.
and if you get it properly, then you're going to go sip, wow, that really socked it to me. So put a lot of ice in there because ice melt is an important part of this drink. So,
Pepper Tree Villa. We've been getting into making our own versions of cocktails and naming them after Disney attractions. That's awesome. We have some
Hey.
friends who, for their wedding, named, like, they took cocktails. They made little variations on them, but they named them after different celebrities for their weddings. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
so cool. So here we have. Yeah, it tastes like a zombie. Here.
If we finish this, we'll wake up at 4 a.m. on the sofa.
Oh boy.
But it's good.
But it's
I
good.
see why people drink it. But this has the equivalent of about 5 ounces of rum in it.
I'm trying to think of what it's got in it. It's got
It has
2.5 ounces of 80 proof and 1.5 ounces of 130 proof. So you're pretty much talking about 4.5 ounces of hooch in this one drink.
No wonder we like it.
The various liqueurs will add a modicum of other things, but you know, it's strong, it's a little sweet, so you want to take this one slow.
I know. I feel like I want to create a Rapture cocktail.
Yes.
Not to necessarily finish right now because
we could stow
we
it.
haven't had our dinner, and we also have a refrigerator full of margarita variations because
experimental
I was
cocktails.
Experimenting today, and I wasn't happy with any of them. So, I mean, they were good. They just weren't right. So, we have a whole bunch of margaritas in the fridge.
People are operating without us. Later says the Jungle Cruise. I would be interested in what's in that. I love the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, I love Jungle Cruise too.
And Doug actually requested Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Oh, you're singing the song. We do have toads. That's right.
We have toads.
And challenge has been accepted.
For which one?
The Rapture should have passion fruit. We have passion fruit, don't we?
Passion fruit, I think. I don't know.
No, no, we don't. Sorry.
No. I think we have the pulp in the freezer, but we'd have to make.
Midori with some English gin. We have gin.
We have Midori.
And we have Midori, and we also have our homemade melon liqueur, which is superior.
It is.
And that'll take your mind off your troubles. Yes.
But we have Midori to use up. Would that be Mr. Toad?
No, they were talking about the Rapture.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Rapture. Rapture. We actually have a record in our collection called Rapture, and it's this couple in a tiki bar, and they have a drink on their table that's in a pineapple. So yes, that was their idea of Rapture. They meant Rapture in a different way.
Didn't they?
Thinking about this. I'm loving the Mr. Toad.
I'm going to have some more Maizami in the meantime.
Oh boy. Let's not forget to have dinner.
Oh, well, that would be good after this.
Besides candy corn, I mean.
I haven't had too much candy corn.
I've had candy corn.
I'm not a huge fan of candy corn. Although, yeah, once a year it's okay.
It's alright. Yeah. It's not like circus peanuts.
Who likes circus peanuts?
If you like
Anybody?
Circus peanuts, raise your hand.
Yeah. I don't see any hands up over here.
Because neither of us does.
Boy, oh.
Rapture.
Like a New England hurricane. Coffee? There's a question for you.
Coffee.
Talk to something effervescent. That's from Larice.
Do you have any coffee?
Send you a recipe. Thank you.
Yes, please do.
Much appreciated. Always like interesting things and new things.
If you don't mind, I will make your recipe on an episode.
No, that we'll do it in a second.
Rapture. Okay, I have to turn around.
Okay, think about it. You need some mixing parts too.
I do.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Apparently.
Let's see. What says Rapture to me? I feel like the Rapture would be cloudy for some reason. Oh, I know. Is there another shaker? Did she? Hey, Paul. Did you use this shaker over here?
Which one?
This one. Pardon me.
I think so.
No, I don't think so. I think it's clean.
Oh yeah. Okay. We just need.
Okay, so I'm thinking Rapture, and I'm gonna use this dark rum. I hope we have more Coruba because this bottle's almost gone.
We do.
All right. So let's see. I'm going to use 2 ounces of the dark Jamaican rum. And let's see what else. I need a ginger beer. This is going to be kind of a dark and stormy variation. I know. I know. What happened to the overproof? What happened to the overproof rum?
It's there on the shelf.
He says it's here, but I don't see it. Ah! It is here. He was right. Let's see. Okay. So this was 2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. And I'm going to use an ounce of overproof rum. I'm using Cockspur 130 proof rum. And let's see what else. The lime juice. Here we go. Just a splash of the lime juice. There we go. And I'm going to use the sour cherry cordial because we just got it, and you know, sour, end of the world, works for me. So let's use a 1/2 ounce of that. All right. And then, you know, I don't even think I need to shake this. I'm going to, I need a highball glass. Can you give me a highball glass, please? They're in there.
In here?
Yes. This is going to make a lot of noise because we still haven't fixed the other, oh, it didn't. The other side of our bar unit, I love it because it's got this like serving deck and everything. So for parties, it will be fabulous. But when you push it open, it sounds like an elephant about to stampede.
Pretty loud.
Right, so I had 2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum and 1 ounce of overproof rum and 1/2 ounce of sour cherry cordial and a splash of fresh lime juice. And I just, normally I would just pour those straight into this glass, but I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I'm pouring those into a highball glass with ice.
Yeah, Marie says it's discombobulating without your display case behind you.
I know.
Yeah, things changed a little bit.
Well, we have this little temporary frame behind us. This frame will have fabulous wallpaper?
No.
Cocktail paper in it.
Wrapping paper.
Which we ordered, but it's not here yet. So this one came from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to fill with ginger beer.
This is remarkably smooth, by the way, and that's part of the deception.
Give me a straw, please.
I certainly could.
This one has overproof too.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
gosh, we
designed it
can't
that
drink
way.
these drinks tonight or we will be dead. Thank you.
Coming away.
So let's try this. This is my Rapture Highball. Ooh, I like it. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. It kind of tastes like a zombie variation, but that's the dark rum and the overproof, I think.
It's a dark and stormy variation.
The dark and stormy variation.
2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum, 1 ounce overproof rum. I used Cockspur 130 proof. 1/2 ounce of sour cherry cordial and a splash of fresh lime juice in a highball glass with ice, and then fill with ginger beer. I used
That's it.
cock and bull. Stir. It's easy.
That's it.
That's it.
Build-in glass. Makes your life easy.
Building glass.
Yeah.
I know. Only I thought of that.
Oh, well, you know, building glass is perfectly fine. A lot of great things that you can build in a glass, like Planter's Punch.
So do we have any more comments, or should we eat?
Oh, we should definitely eat, but we will handle the comments first. Yes. Okay, so Pivy signed off. Gonna go out for more movies. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Love rum. Oh, Doug said blender. Well, this was easier, although
Yeah.
we do have a blender to our right,
We do.
so that's always available.
Absolutely.
Well,
So, is that it?
we both have some pretty strong drinks, and if we do any more, we're going to be on the floor.
So yeah, we should go eat. So anyway, thank you for visiting the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen, and I'm glad the apocalypse didn't happen today.
As far as we know, there's still
there's
a couple hours left in the day.
It could still happen, but
But
if it does, I
probably
feel
not.
we'll all be better prepared. And
Yeah.
we will see you on Tuesday for candy corn, which is not going to be a disgusting drink. So rest assured, it will not be a candy drink.
Prototyped it, and
No
it
pun
is
intended.
much better than you would expect.
No pun intended. And then Thursday, Black Dirt Distillery.
Yes.
A lot of fun too, which is like 20 minutes from our house. Crazy that we hadn't been there before, but
Black Dirt Bourbon, right here,
that's
folks.
so good.
Excellent product.
Exactly. So have a fabulous Sunday, and we'll see you Monday for Mocktail Monday and Tuesday for candy corn. Is that it?
That's it. Everyone's
Okay.
signing off as well.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks, folks.
Bye.
Stop this crazy thing.
Ah.
Actually, what do I do here? Oh, there it is. Finish. Yes, I'm sure I want to stop streaming.
And pause.